before that, we know that Mendel worked on a plant called that is garden pea plant. Scientific name is that is Pisum or the Pisum sativum, right? We learn about the steps how the crossing will take place. So what Mendel did is he took the two pea plants, okay, where the pea plants were bisexual. So they both were having the ovary and also the anther. Both plants were having both the ovary and anther, right? It was a bisexual plant. But here what Mendel wanted to do is he wanted himself to pollinate and to see the genetic makeup and phenotype of the offsprings. So what he did is he removed the, see, from this plant, think this is the plant A and think this is the plant B, okay? So what Mendel did is he removed the anther from this plant. So the removal of anther is called as the what? Emasculation, right? This process is called as the emasculation, that is removal of anther. And later, in order to prevent the any other pollination like cross pollination, Mendel covered this ovary with a bag. So this process is called as the bagging. So here what Mendel did, he treated this plant as the female because he removed the anther, only ovary was there. He treated this plant as the male. After bagging, what Mendel did, he took these pollen grains or the anthers and he opened this bag and dusted these pollen grains on this ovary and again he rebagged it. So that process is called as the rebagging because he bagged it, he covered it again, right? So it is called as the rebagging. After that, what happens here? The fertilization will take place between the ovary and the pollen grains, right? After that, the seeds formation will take place. So the seeds which were formed by this fertilization, he took these seeds and sowed in his garden. Sowed in his garden and later he observed the offsprings which were of the pea plants. Okay. See here the crossing has been taken place, right? So these are the steps how the Mendel worked on the pea plant or how he gathered the seeds by doing this cross pollination. Have we got? This is the steps how the fertilization or the how Mendel worked on these two pea plants. This is how the Mendel did his work. So now let's go on with the inheritance of one gene. So in word itself it has inheritance of one gene. In the sense there are many or there are 7 contrasting traits which we have studied, right? So Mendel did not do all the experiment at a time because he just cannot do the experiments at a time, many of the experiments at a time, right? So what he did, in case of inheritance of one gene, he took the character called height, which we have in 2 traits, that is the tall and dwarf. So let's go on with the inheritance of one gene. See here, just focus on the one gene. Here Mendel is going to tell us how a single or a one gene will get transfer from the parents to their offsprings. This is what the Mendel is trying to prove. So let's go on with the inheritance of one gene, that is which character? About the height. Where height is a character, there are 2 traits, that is the tall and dwarf. Where tall is the tall plant, dwarf is the dwarf plant, right? So in this what Mendel did is he took the, say, have a look over here, parents called or the plants are called as the parents here. What he did is he took the homozygous tall and homozygous dwarf plant, that is small t and small t. So here we can take the offsprings or the F1 generation. We can take here single t and single capital T and single small t also. It is not a problem because they are identical, because they are homozygous gametes. So here the offspring is produced where T, capital T and small t. In the sense, this is the heterozygous tall, because capital T indicates the tall where the small t indicates the dwarf. Two alleles are different, which are based on the single character, but the traits are different. So this is what the offsprings produced all were tall. Okay, in the F1 generation, all the pea plants which were produced were tall. So the Mendel was shocked. Oh, then where is the dwarf? I have crossed the dwarf plant also. Then where is the dwarf plant, as it is not visible? But here in the genotype makeup, right? What happens here? The presence of a small t is also there. In the sense, the presence of dwarf trait is also there. So due to that, what Mendel did is, again he crossed these tall plants which are the offsprings of this F1 generation. So what Mendel did again? He took these offsprings and crossed them. That is the self-pollination here, where they are the heterozygous tall and heterozygous tall. So due to here, where these are the parents again, and next we should form the gametes. So form the gametes, that is the capital T here, small t, and here also the same way, capital T and small t. Here we need to cross these all four gametes here, right? So it is not what the Mendel felt, it was a bit confused. So he took the help of a British genetist, that is Reginald Punnett. So the square is called as which is given by the Reginald. He gave the Mendel that to put this square. See, have a look over here. This square or this box is called as the Punnett square. With the help of this, we can cross these gametes easily. See, we have got the what? Capital T and small t gamete. Here also the same thing, because four gametes we got, right? Now we need to cross this. Capital T, again capital T, small t. Here also capital T, small t. Here also small t, small t. So can you see over here, as in case of F1 generation, we did not see any of the dwarf plants, right? But here, in case of F2 generation, we can see the presence of the dwarf plants, right? This is how the inheritance of one gene will be present over in the parents. But after the generation, that gene will get expressed. So here, in F2 generation, we can see the presence of what? Dwarf plants, right? And 3 tall plants. Here, in case of these 3 tall plants, we can see the difference again. See, the first one offspring is capital T, capital T. In the sense, it is the homozygous tall. Where in case of these two, there is the presence of a capital T and small t. So that's why these two are the heterozygous tall, where the small t, that is the homozygous what? Dwarf. So let's write the phenotypic nature of these offsprings. So the phenotype of this offspring is, that is the phenotype in the sense we have learned, that is the which will be visible, which we can see this appearance. See here, 1, 2, 3. These 3 plants are tall, which we can see them, right? So phenotypic ratio is 3:, where the only one plant is dwarf, right? So that is called as the 3:1. So the phenotypic ratio is 3:1, where 3 plants are tall and 1 plant is dwarf. Now let's go on with the genotypic ratio. Coming to genotype, where the genetic makeup what it resembles. See here, the one homozygous tall is present, right? So that's why we have to write 1:2, and capital T, small t, capital T, small t. There are 2 heterozygous what? Tall plants. Hence 1:2, there is only one homozygous dwarf. That's why 1:2:1. This is the genotypic ratio of these offsprings which were produced in the what? F2 generation. Is this clear about you? This is how the inheritance or that one gene will get transferred from the parents to the offsprings. So this is how Mendel worked on this thing. Okay. After this, what Mendel did is he gave his first law depend on this process. So that first law is called as the law of dominance. What? That law's name is law of dominance. It is the first law which is given by the Mendel. Law of dominance. So in this name only that law is there, that is about the dominance. See here, in case of F1 generation, where even though the presence of the dwarf trait was there, but the offsprings produced all were tall, right? In the sense we know, in case of height character, we have the two traits, that is the tall and dwarf, right? Here, even though in the presence of the dwarf trait, where it cannot or it couldn't be expressed its character fully. Why? Because the capital T or the dominant trait, that is tall, was more dominant over the small t. Hence, it did not allow this dwarf plant to express its character fully. So, the dominance in the sense where the one character or the one in a single character, for example, height is a character, okay? In that single character, one trait will be dominant over the other. In the sense, the tall trait is dominant over the dwarf. Because in case of F1 generation, the produced offsprings all were what? Tall. They were no what? Dwarf plants. So here, in case of law of dominance, Mendel said that, where the first thing he said that characters are controlled by what? Characters are controlled by what? Factors. Factors in the sense genes only. The Mendel didn't give the word genes. He used to call genes as the factors. So we know that any of the characters which we possess also, they are controlled by our what? Genes. So we do accept it. And the next thing what Mendel said is regarding with the law of dominance, he said that always the factors will be in pair or they will be occurring in a pair. Why the factors always will be in a pair? Because the factors we get the factors or the genes which we get inherit from half from the mother and half from the pair, what? Father, right? So the factors or the genes they'll always be in a pair form. And one more thing, that is last thing what the Mendel gave about the law of dominance is that in case of dissimilar character, one factor will dominate the other factor. In the sense, see, in case of dissimilar character, see here we can see the dissimilar characters, right, where the capital T is the tall and small t is the dwarf, right? Here the character has the dissimilar thing, right? So here the one factor or the one gene, that is the tall, is dominant over the dwarf. So that's why Mendel said that in case of dissimilar character, the one factor will be dominant over the other. So this is what the law of dominance is. This is the first law which is given by the Mendel. I think it is clear for you. If you find any doubt regarding this, you can ask me out. Till that, stay tuned and study well. In the next video, let me come up with the new more topics. And don't forget to subscribe my channel and share. Thank you everyone. Bye bye. Take care.